Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kel Show, starring Key and Kel.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being patient. We've taken a hiatus a little bit, but we're back in effect now. So, just wanted to rap with y'all, let y'all know what we've been up to. Hopefully, you'll be checking in and letting us know what what you got going on as well. So, one of the things that we have been putting on Facebook lately, the last few days, is that we are live in Cleveland. We are celebrating our 3rd-year anniversary. So we felt that it was an appropriate time to, kick back. We've been doing a lot of things, which we'll tell you about. But we felt like this was a cool time to let you know. I'm going to do another Key and Kel show. And, just let you know what we've been up to.
It's recording.
So, while my husband is looking for something.
I'm adding people to the live.
Oh, okay. So we really live. We really doing this thing here. So while he's adding individuals, we hope that all of you all come in. If you have any questions, the things that you want us to talk about, or like I said, questions that you want to throw at us, we good with that. So some of the things that we have been doing, for those who typically, try to follow us, our main objective is to, be the examples that we wish to see. So, what we try to do is, in addition to living the life or walking the talk, we certainly do have a couple of pages on Facebook. Uplift Your Community. We have our village. I have a business called Celebrate Your Worth. My husband is involved with a number of things.
The rivalry, we have tops and bottoms for the gentlemen. We have tops and bottoms junior. The rivalry is more sports based.
So all of those, different avenues, what we try to do is to, uplift our community, like one of our pages. Our goal is to help, people who look like us see that they matter, and that all of us, getting together in some type of capacity, whether it be about self-love, building self-esteem, whatever the goal is, that's what we try to exemplify. We have children, so we try to, certainly uplift them. And, we understand that our heritage, where we come from, it's about, the village. So we certainly do try to make sure that we're doing our part for the village. So that's where all of those aspects come from. Then we felt like it was, necessary. It was time to do something together. We have known each other for years.
Something like that.
But we decided, 3 years ago, or Mr. Farms decided 3 years ago that he was going to propose. So we got married. Of course, I said yes, and we got married. And a year ago, we wanted to put all of the aspects that we had together, all of the avenues for, self-esteem and, for the betterment of us. We wanted to put those together, and we thought of a way. We thought that it would be important for us to start a business of some kind, a black-owned business, and we did that. And so, thus far, a lot of the time, in addition to our normal jobs or, whatever the case may be, having a business and doing our part, that's pretty much what we've been up to. So, that's it in a nutshell. We wanted to, we're hopeful that you had some, you were going to check in with us and, have some questions. We have some other topics that we're going to, go into, but we're hoping that you chime in and, hit us up, like I said, with some questions, things like that. But our business is called Marquee. As you can see, we are, repping it this evening, what my husband has on. And of course, you can see some pictures around our video. But my husband has on a button-up, is what it's called, and the button-up certainly has the marquee on it here, right there in the middle, right here. And then, we have, those have been hot here lately. And then tonight I have on a marquee shirt, and one of the things that I do is kind of like what you call freak. I like to call them freak shirts, and I take shirts and I make them more complementary to the individual. So this one has some accent here. You can see the embellishments and all here, and then I have some accents here as well. So, we're just trying to do our thing and, give you a canvas to, either you can get our specific brands, the marquee, or you can customize something. Even you can see that over there, in the purple area on your screen, you can see where someone customized their own shirt, and we hooked them up with that. But again, our goal is to provide you a canvas. So, we have some shirts to say, I like the me I see, trying to be the best I can be. Just different things that we are doing to empower anyone who's interested in being uplifted in some type of way. So, one of the things that we wrote down, and I know y'all tired of hearing my voice, so I'm hoping that my husband chimes in any moment now. But one of the things that we often talk about is, when we were talking about becoming a business and, making it official, there's a stigma out there that is that black businesses don't always do well, for whatever reasons those are, and we'll talk about some of those. We want to talk about the pros and cons. Of course, me as a black female, statistically, it shows that we are the top, customer. We are the top patrons. We will go out there and spend money on just about anything. And, so for me personally, it has always been a thing where I wanted to keep the dollar in my neighborhood, so to speak. But I didn't always feel like I was in terms of the pros, again, I wanted to keep the dollar in my neighborhood. If I had to speak about the cons, sometimes it would be that I didn't always have the customer service that I may necessarily want when I go into an establishment to spend my money. So we could touch on those.
As far as the spending your money, you know, like she said, the stats show that the black woman is the number one consumer on the planet. Yet, we don't have the businesses to support the money that we spend. We usually spend our money with other cultures. So, there's a lot of African American businesses out here that have impeccable customer service. But you also have to take the vantage point of the consumer. How are you coming into the business? Are you coming into the business respectful? Are you coming in looking for the quote-unquote hookup? So these are things you got to ask yourself. And if you're not doing that at the other establishments, should you do it at the black establishments? So those are questions you have to ask yourself. The narrative used to be, do for self. And African Americans here in America, the do for self today is real. You can go to any downtown area, and I'm not talking about across the tracks. I'm talking about downtown USA, being an African American man and woman. Where are the businesses at that cater to us? Where we go in and we feel like we're at home. We went to, and no disrespect to nobody's business, so I want to say that before we begin this, because everybody's trying to live what we call the American dream, or trying to chase it, what have you. But we went to Mabel's Barbecue. Now, my grandmother, she was named Mabel. And rest in peace to my grandmother. And, we go in Mabel's Barbecue thinking we're going to get some, the usual. Little greens, ribs, how we do it. A normal weekend on our grill, you know what I mean? But, the chicken breast was cool. They had brisket, but it was more fat than brisket. And then, you got your take on greens. You got your take on potatoes. You got your take on coleslaw and stuff like that. But when it comes to being presented to you at the table, they don't have it. What, in layman's terms, it don't have no soul. It's cut right down to the chase. It don't have no soul. So you can go, and if that's what you like, cool. But for some of us, we like the down home flavors, and where's that at? And when you go in there, yeah, you'll see me in the back cooking, but do I own the spot? And we talk about this all the time, with key figures. Take, Floyd Mayweather, for example. And this is no disrespect to him, right? Because most of the dudes out here chasing to be like Floyd, right? Just to take your money to stunt and to buy other racist brands. You know what I mean? For example, now, only thing I give Floyd is that he have a gym, because future kids can come in and train not only for self-defense, but if they want to get into the boxing game, they can start their career and maybe have a career like Floyd. But as far as the money, I seen videos of him, sitting on, for example, going out of town. They got all these bags, all these different bags, Coach and Fendi, Louis, Gucci, all that shit. But You don't have a Floyd Mayweather bag. You don't have a line of bags for your daughter or your sons per se. It ain't there. You know, you got Bugattis and Rolls Royces and all that shit. But are any of those names black names of car makers? No. So when is the Floyd Mayweather car gonna come out? That's where I think it needs to be, man. We make all this, look at all the athletes. We make all this money just to turn around and give it to another motherfucker, excuse my French, who don't even want you in it. They don't even want you in it. How many stories have we heard of a clothing maker don't want African Americans in their clothes? You know? But because we are conditioned that a certain group is better and whatever they put out is more supreme than what we doing, it's preposterous. We're the originators. But you have to go and study and understand what we the originators of. Because if you look at TV, it'll be presented to you that we didn't do anything. And we were destined and born to be a slave. And that's far from the truth. You know, here in America, being an African American, even today you got conversations of the earth being flat. You have conversations of African Americans weren't even in the slave trade. We didn't come in here on boats. You know, but people who study history, we just laugh at that, man. Because if we didn't come over here on boats, what about the good ship Jesus? What about the slave plantations? What about the slave narratives, which is recordings of actual slaves in their voices? What about all the insurance papers and documents on the boat, on the slaves, the iron, the chains, all the apparatus? Look into who insured those boats and who insured those slaves, you know? And that's what it is. And when we, I feel, in my opinion, the day we wake up and educate ourselves and take some of the narratives of do for self, and do for self ain't robbing your next door neighbor. Doing for self is you and your wife or you and your significant other putting ideas together and investing in yourself for once.
So let's talk about that. So like, you know, because the topic was, you know, black-owned businesses and different things like that. You know, do we have some great things to offer? Yes, we do. Do we have some things we need to work on? Yes, we do. Because, you know, should we be buying from and keeping the money in our community? Yeah, I think so. But why are we not? You know, if anybody has any questions or, you know, some answers, you know, feel free to you know, let us know what those are. Why are we not? You know, is the biggest question. Yeah, I have some suggestions as to why, or, you know, my opinions as to why we're not. But why do you think we're not? You know, we'll give you, you know, a few moments as we keep dialoguing. We don't want to talk at you. We want to talk with you.
Amen.
So, you know, we'll keep it rolling, but this is a conversation. My hope is that we provide an opportunity in addition to, you know, sharing things about us, that we provide an opportunity to dialogue, something that we don't do in the community. We don't really have that type of platform a lot of times in the community. So, you know, let's dialogue about it. Why do, you know, if black women are the number one consumers, why is it that we don't buy with black-owned businesses? And there's nothing wrong with, you know, patronizing other, you know, races. There's nothing wrong with that. But if all of our money is going out of our communities, you know, I think that there's a situation with that. So let's talk about it. Again, I said that, I didn't always get the customer service, and this is not to bash black-owned businesses, but this is something that we need to talk about as well. There's pros and there's cons. Conflict resolution comes to mind. As soon as you go somewhere you don't like something, you get the right black person on the wrong day, it could be a problem.
That's true.
So, we want to talk about those things as well. Yes, we do some wonderful things, and yes, we want to uplift our community, but we also need to talk about the things we don't do well, so that we could look at, how do we go about changing it. So, you got anything to say? Anything that you want to ask us? Feel free to do so.
And we shout out our daughter Ricky in the building. We see you, Ricky.
What's up?
Love you.
Yes, we do. Most certainly. So, my husband and I see a lot of things alike. And then there's some things that we don't always, see eye to eye on. So we, part of the reason for this show was to do exactly that, is to provide a different mindset, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyone who's married understands that sometimes you have to agree to disagree. Sometimes you're, right on point, and, but, there are other times where, like I said, you just have to agree to disagree. Now, being in Cleveland, one would think that, we are amongst a good, diverse group of people out here. We've had a good time. I'm thankful for it. We've been blessed with an opportunity to come and just kick our heels up, and we've done that, and share some of those moments with you. We went to the casino, and we're not gamblers, but we certainly did go. We wanted to check it out, see what was popping in there. We both took a certain amount, and we cut it short when we started seeing stuff go down. But I don't understand how people will go there and lose hundreds of dollars. I don't
the house.
I don't get that.
Lose the car.
Somebody gonna have to,
That's
reach out
greed.
to me and let me know if it's something I'm missing, because I don't get that.
You think you're going to hit the jackpot? It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening.
No, we were like,
All you got to do is do the research. It's not happening, man. It's people who very educated in mathematical probabilities.
yeah, and still come out with either the same amount or less than what they went up in there.
Marquee mugs. See those?
Yeah. So, it was kind of amazing to me to see so many individuals in there, but not many were winning, and but they consistently were at it, and I think a lot of times they're designed, places like that are designed for you to lose. You're gonna have more losing times than you will have, winners. So, is that a financially fiscal thing for you to do? I would have to say no. So in terms of starting a business and being business minded, one of the things that we first have to do is start to think financially. Financially, is it smart to, just go out and blow money? No. So if, for instance, what we were talking about before, with the female being the number one consumer, what are we spending our money on? What are we,
Hair.
they say that,
$1 billion a year.
one of the biggest industries for the African American woman is hair.
And I have a question. Where are the black stores that sell hair? Or as the ladies call it, bundles. Why is it that we have to go to one race that has the hair game on lock? And another question would be, what about your own hair? And this is not directed to any person with a medical condition. I repeat, this is not directed to anyone suffering from a medical condition. Okay? Let's just get that out the way. Now, if you don't have a medical condition, you need to start loving and working with your hair. Your hair. And for the fellas, if your hair is thinning, if you have what we call, as I was coming up, a helicopter landing field in the middle of your head, a horseshoe, man, it's time to cut it off, man. Now, I say that because I was a child once. And rest in peace, Pops. Pops tried to comb it over and try to save it, and ain't nothing you can do, man. Let's cut it off. But, you think that, you can save it, you know what I mean, and walk around with what you're trying to save and expect your kids and your wife to respect that. Let's be prepared for the onslaught when it comes.
Because I was about to say, truth be told, we do love our hair, I don't necessarily rock, the bundles and things like that. I'm not going to say I never have, but that's not something that I regularly do. I'm regularly natural, but I do love braids. But I agree, and I do know of some black-owned hair businesses out there. Actually, one of my nieces has
the plug
a business. So
Ray
they're
Lip.
out there, but again, the question is, why don't individuals shop with or keep their money in the community? Why are they not? If someone has that answer, I would love to talk to you. I would love to dialogue with you about it.
I got one coming from a street paradigm. Now, everybody want to claim to be a plug, right? But that ain't nothing but a middleman. Now, you can take a plane to Mexico. You can take a plane to South America to get fake whatever. You can go to Jamaica, Belize, all over this place. But never do you think to fly to India, to Taiwan, to China, wherever that hair is made, Sri Lanka, and talk to the plug and get your own bundles and have your business. Even you cranking out the house, have your own bundles, straight from the source. Shout out to Fig Panamera, man, a.k.a. JT, the bigger figure, man, who went to China, who has his own Samsung tablets with Trap Flicks. Shout out to Trap Flicks, man. He went to Netflix. They wasn't trying to give him what he wanted. He went to the plug. He went to China and bought his own tablets, what he could afford. And now he has his own Samsung tablet, the same as Samsung, but it's not Samsung. The same technology is in it though. And you buy that, all his movies come on that, Trap Flicks. And he's in the game. And you can do the same thing. And that's all I'm saying. That's under the narrative for do for self. And get you a Marquee Farms clothing mug. And that's for the men, and that's for the ladies.
And You know, I want to say that we um, are some marvelous individuals. Again, I preface, all of our statements with "we love all people," but there's absolutely nothing wrong with us repping those of our heritage. So, we are some marvelous people. Um, I think that we do a lot of wonderful things, and I don't want our dialogue to come off as if we are, downing anyone or telling anybody what they
family,
should do.
man.
We're just having
family.
open conversation.
With our family.
So, I will say that we're so wonderful. We can find ways. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are African American or black, right? Shout out to you for sure. But I want to talk to for a second to those ones who might not be doing things legally, right?
Talk to them.
I want to communicate with you because I'm from the hood, so I know what exactly we both are. So I know that sometimes you have to do what is necessary to survive, or at least in your mindset, that's what you see is as necessary to survive. But I want to say to you that if you are intelligent enough to do something like that, to orchestrate, a business in that capacity, you are intelligent enough to start some type of hustle legally. Those same street smarts, those same things that it's not really hard mentally for you to do, those same aspects could be in a legitimate business.
And shout out to my brother Jerry, our brother. Shout out to Jerry. We got a go-go legend in the building.
What's up?
Jerry Marshall. Then we got another go-go legend in the building. Family. That Bondet's clan, Go-Go Beatty, from that Black Alley mob in the building. Shout out, man. Love. That Lincoln Heights crew. That Kenilworth crew.
Yeah.
58 crew.
Yeah.
In the building, man. That Bondet's mob. Much love, man.
Yeah. Hey, all of y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We, like we said, we are celebrating our 3-year anniversary. We're talking about, I don't know what's going on with my tongue.
Little margaritas, little all day margaritas, so excuse us.
Yeah.
All day, and we're on our anniversary, so you know what to do.
For sure.
Margaritas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But we just want a dialogue. Again, we want a dialogue with y'all.
It's been a minute.
Shoot us some questions if you have them. You want to shout out some folks, we cool with that too. Let us know what's going on. But yeah, I want to talk about some of those things. I want to talk about the fact that, again, we have the proper mindsets. We are a beast when it comes to knowing how to survive. We have there are a number of us, not all, but there are thousands, 100,000s of us that have come up in circumstances that have forced us to know how to survive. And taking that knowledge and going into a job, or some people would call it a career, or even, like I said, being your own entrepreneur. Those aspects are what keep you going. And if we could just find a way to, come collectively on aspects, I have often talked about what's called the black pages. And I'd like to see something like that happen. Here's an opportunity for individuals. Yeah, there's things out there. But here's an opportunity for individuals in every town to find out what is going on with the black businesses in your town, and creating a black pages and seeing if individuals would be on board unifying and, patronizing those particular businesses. Now, are there going to be more than one mechanic? Is it going to be more than one barber shop? Is it going to be more than, one food place? Of course. But what's wrong with, patronizing them all, to some capacity, uplifting them all? And, I know as a female, I've been to hair salons and this person is not available at my time, so I'm going to go to another person or whatever the case is. So let's talk about those things.
First of all, if you're in the game on a small level, and most of it small level, if you feel like you don't have nobody that you can talk to, right? You can go online, you can call a lawyer's office, you can offer to have lunch with that lawyer that you pay for, and ask the lawyer some questions to get you started. I'm trying to start a business. What do I need to do? You can Google what you need to do. But you also have to put the footwork in. And that's our number one problem. We always want somebody else to do the work, and we want to take the credit. All right, I'm going to give you an example. Nothing to do with clothes. A garden. We have a community garden. And there's only 4 people that work that garden for the last 5 years. There's only been 4 people. These 2 and 2 more ladies. How many people pull up on the garden and take everything? Everybody. And it's the same analogy. So we have to train our kids to go get the cake mix, to learn how to make the cake, to bake the cake, to frost the cake before you eat it. We have to learn them things. Everybody right now looking for the instant come up. And a lot of times the instant come up is violence, home invasion, robberies. But don't be on TV crying when you try to rob the wrong one, or you come in the wrong one house and they open them things on you and you don't make it out of that house. And we have to start raising our kids, man, to do the right thing as opposed to doing the wrong thing. How about that? They're already looking at us like we beneath a human being. So when are we going to educate our minds and start doing for self and creating our own narratives and stop waiting for somebody to come and help you out your situation? An example, I was reading a post, a lady talking about she was proposed to 5 times and she turned them down because she's waiting on somebody to send her a man. And you were proposed to 5 times. You also have people that say, I'm waiting for somebody to send me a man, and when they do, y'all don't make it a year. So how about stop waiting for somebody to send you somebody and look in the mirror and deal with the bullshit that you bring to a relationship. And we all do. Ain't nobody perfect, goddamn it. So that's the whole thing with the relationship. And being a man and being a black man, we are always the fucking culprit. And all of us are not bad.
That's true.
All of us are not bad.
That's true.
Because I know plenty of brothers who have custody of their kids. Even though my son is grown, you're looking at one right here. You dig? And there's plenty of black men out here and women that's holding it down.
Amen.
You dig? And we both need shout out instead of we turn each other down out here. Because we both holding it down. Because there's a lot of y'all out here that claim that number one parent shit, that when you get into your life for real, your mother is taking care of them kids, or your pops, which is their grandparents. So, only thing you can do, man, is be real to yourself, man. Everybody wanna, have a relationship like we got, right? They think this shit is just the best, right? It is the best. You know why it's the best? Because we had to look in the mirror and deal with the bullshit that we did in the past. And I'm just speaking for me. And the day I stopped that bullshit was the day my life been buttery. And it's been buttery since. So you want to find you a mate. You want to have longevity. Stop worrying about what the next man doing. Stop counting everybody's pockets. Count your pockets. Then you out here struggling. You ain't even got to spare in the car, but you spending $200-300 in the casino. It don't go together. Because your man can spend $200-300 in the casino, don't mean that you can. It mean to spend, lose. That's what I mean, losing it. Can you afford to lose $200? If you can, that's on you. I can't afford to lose $200. I'd rather throw $200 on some of this vinyl.
So going back to the, what we have been doing, we certainly have been continuing on with, what we like to call, our legacy with our new business, and we've been trying to uplift our community with, again, giving them a canvas to, say what they want to say. We've had an opportunity to, we'll have an opportunity to do a debutante group of young ladies. We've done something for a cheerleading squad. We've done things for family reunions, things of that nature. But anything that you want, either you can get our brand or you can customize your own. It could be a t-shirt, it could be a button-up, it could be pants, it could be, we're going to have jackets soon. We've even done,
phone cases.
And if we don't have, something that you are looking for in particular, we don't have any situation with connecting you to someone who does. We know a lot of individuals, and like for instance, if you are looking for a watch, we know individuals that do watches, like the watch my husband has on right now. If you
shout out to K. Joseph, man.
For sure.
Cornell Reese, man. Class of 87, man.
For sure. And if you, like wall decor, and you can't get the message that you want it customized, we know individuals that have that,
travel agent.
Yes, a travel agent.
Musicians.
Yes, musicians. We try to stay abreast with, certainly with what is going on. Just making sure that we do our part and, doing all that we can, being the example that we wish to see. Again, this show, we will start providing it. We might not be able to provide it as much as we once did, but we will be providing it. It's not gonna, go anywhere. We're like I said in one of the posts, you thought we were done, but really we just getting started, but we want to have dialogues with you all. So again, if you have questions, particular topics that you want us to discuss,
even if you're in the Illyria area, the Cleveland area, and you upstanding,
And
you can
wanna
come and be a
on
part of the show.
the show.
But best believe, we might have to do it at another location because we very picky on who come to the crib. And you know why we say that.
Yeah. And then even if you don't want to be on camera and you want to call in, you could do that as well. It is all about you all. We don't want to take up too much of your time. We just wanted to share with you what we've been doing.
And that we still here and we still rocking.
Yeah, for sure. So we are going to go ahead and continue with our 3-year Annie, and some things you can't see. It just is what it is.
Amen.
So we are so thankful that you stopped by, checked in with us. We'll upload this to our YouTube page. And again,
101-3000. That's where it'll be at.
Yeah.
But we'll be sharing it on Facebook and everything as well.
Yeah. So again, thank you for tuning in with us.
And shout out to my lovely mother-in-law and to my lovely mother.
Always.
Most definitely.
We love y'all, all of our kids.
Amen.
We love y'all.
Rest in peace, Jewel and Jackie. Always.
Yes. And
to the resident baby.
To our friends, our circles.
Always.
Even to our upcoming grandchildren. But that'll be for another show.
Amen.
We'll
on
definitely
the way.
get into that.
Shout out to my man Leon Blackman, man. My man Smitty, man. He just had a boy and a girl grandkid, like days apart, man. That's the owner of my man Jungle Boogie the dog. Shout out, man. That's HD. That's Wilson Jr. and HD. You know what I mean? So, shout out to these people, man. One love, man. Stop all this killing, man. And parents, man, please, talk and have conversations with your kid when they leave the house. Rest in peace to Kanika Jenkins, man. Nobody should have to go through that, man. Yeah. And parents, be parents. Stop trying to be your kids' friends, man. And look at who they go out with. Even if you got to get in the second whip and follow them. That's what it takes today. I'm sorry.
One thing, as I expressed, we do other things within the community as well. I have a women's conference coming up on October the 14th with a group of phenomenal women. We certainly do get in the trenches on particular topics, and again, that'll be on October the 14th. If you're interested in any tickets or anything, hit me up. You can hit me up on Facebook or on our Marquee Farms Facebook page. Marquee Farms Clothing will have a vendor table there as well this particular year, but we are celebrating our 5th year anniversary. So come and check us out. We're going to talk about some deep topics. But again, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us, being a part of, our legacy, because that's what we're trying to do. And we look forward to seeing you next time. And hopefully you'll send us those questions and stuff.
Even if you don't, we still gonna rock. It don't
we
matter.
Gonna be here.
We use this, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
we appreciate it if you do.
Yeah.
Until next time, we love you. One love.
Peace.
Peace of her.